This next company, Digital Dream Labs, is combining play in the virtual and physical worlds to help children learn better. And I think this company is a great example of taking advantage of the new Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. They were a Project Olympus probe where they used our student incubator to advance the cause. They received funding from our Open Field Entrepreneurs Fund as early seed funding. And while they were in Alpha Lab, they got great mentoring from CMU alums like Gary Chiani of Interstacks, Henry Thorne of Four Moms, and Jim Gasparo of Body Media. So let's hear their story today by introducing founder Justin Sabo.
All right, so we're at Carnegie Mellon University, Oracle. I don't need to talk about the importance of STEM, or now it's becoming more of a STEAM play, which is they're adding arts to it. But it's basically the idea that we want to teach innovation. And those are really the jobs that are going to be for your kids available in the next 10, 20 years, right? That's what's leading job growth. And parents know this. But unfortunately, technology has become more of this. And kids are not really interacting with the real world anymore. They're getting so involved with their technology and they're not understanding how it works or how to make it. Now, part of this is because STEM or STEAM is usually abstract for young kids. Thinking about chemistry or computer science is fundamentally difficult. So we began to research how we could address this issue. And the biggest thing that we found with abstract concepts is you introduce them with a hands-on component. Hands-on learning has a lot of great benefits. For one, it actually allows kids to pick up the information sooner, and it allows them to remember it longer. This led to the development, and again, where's Dave? Under the great guidance of Dave Mawhinney, to Puzzlets. Puzzlets is a consumer product. It will be launching in September of this year, and it's aimed at the consumer market for children about 6 to 10 boys and girls. Now, the great thing about Puzzlets is that it combines two things that kids really enjoy, right? They enjoy doing things with their hands and building in the real world, and they also love fun video games. And I know Jess gave a great overview of the importance of video games and how they can aid in learning, so I won't repeat that. And instead, I'll just give you an example. So picture chemistry, right? I want to know how to make water. I'm going to take a couple of toy atoms in the real world and put them together, and let's say they have little microchips in them. That's sent into a fun video game where I then combine the electrons and learn that that's actually a molecule of water, and I use that to solve a problem. Another great example of that is programming. So I'm going to show you a brief video of how we can get kids to think like programmers. Of course, there's no volume on this. There should be. But the basic idea here is that we have a problem. We want to get to the puzzle piece. So we're going to move right, jump over the flame, and then go to the left. So now, with our Puzzlet system, we put these little hands-on tiles down that represent those computer instructions. And again, that sequence is very important. So that's wirelessly sent into the game via Bluetooth. And now I'm going to play through that solution to see if I'm correct. So every time I tap on the screen, he's going to execute the next command in the sequence, and he'll get the puzzle piece. And this next part is even better with sound, so I apologize. But these kids are playing it for the first time, and they just beat the level. This was actually filmed at the past CMU event that we displayed at. And it was reactions like those that have the press really excited. USA Today called it one of the top 10 cool tech toys of 2015, and Parents' Choice gave it a silver award for their mobile apps category. Now, retailers are really falling in love with Puzzlets too because of this idea of 50-50 play, which is 50% of the time, children are engaged in the real world actually solving problems. The other 50% of the time, they're in the video game. And they have to stop and think as they go from one to the other. So it's that idea of busy hands equals busy minds. In fact, retailers saw last year that their largest category of sales came from educational toys and games, of all things. So parents are also waking up to this idea of the importance of STEM learning, even at an earlier age. Now, what makes Puzzlets unique is that it's not really clear, is it educational only, or is it a toy, or is it a video game? And it's all those things, actually. And that makes it great for the emerging market of connected toys. Retailers like Toys R Us see Puzzlets as really the next frontier in this space because they really address a market need, and they do so in a way that makes the retailers happy. It has a fun hands-on component, but then it also keeps kids coming back for more by way of video games. And parents are more than happy to allow their kids to play these games because, again, they do have that educational component to them, instead of the mindless entertainment that we often see where they're just swiping around trying to get the next level of Angry Birds. Now, the other interesting stat that is not on here, we found out over the weekend, by 2020, over $70 billion will be spent on mobile education in the US. So the nice thing about Puzzlets is it sits at the intersection of that education, video game, and toy and games industries. But how do you keep the market engaged? It's really through the games, right? We have to keep creating new content, not only for existing games, but new types of games. So I mentioned chemistry before, but let's think about coin counting, for example. I'd go to the store, and with that initial investment I've already made, I buy the coin counting game, which comes with a bunch of coin puzzlets. I put them on the board, and then I can play through that in the video game. Or Terra Moon, which is sort of a spaceship game. I'm going to buy spaceship parts and put those together and fly them through space. Now, of course, the margins on the games are better than the margins on the initial purchase, but what's even better are the margins on the in-app purchases. So additional levels of game features can then be purchased after that initial $30 is invested in that game category. So here's the team. We have represented up here the Tepper School of Business, the Tepper School of Business, and as Dave said, the Entertainment Technology Center. It's actually where the three co-founders met. We have art and animation covered, 20 years of sales experience, and we even have a marketing plan now local in Pittsburgh, which is being executed, and that will be more of an online play for our retail push on Amazon. And again, that'll happen in September of this year. So I just wanted to thank you for your time today, and if you'd like, please come by our booth over there to play with Puzzlets. We have both the chemistry demo and the programming game available. Thank you.